Johnson. I am the owner and creator of exclusive Craft Academy, just as well as exclusive gift and event designs, where I sell all of my custom items. Today, I will be showing you how to utilize my grad style template, for which you can find on my website at exclusivecraftacademy.com, at exclusivecraftacademy.com. So the first thing that we are going to do is head over here. Once you upload your file into your Affinity Designer, we are going to head over to Google. And as you can see here on Google, it has lots of different, you can get lots of different clip art. Like for one, I did butterfly clip art because I will be using butterflies in today's tutorial. I also want to see about using some leaves in this tutorial. So I'm gonna look for leaf clip art. So I'm gonna go ahead and stroll and see what I see. Hopefully I can find something really nice that will work with what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'll type in colorful. It's still kind of giving me that fall type of feel. So let me go up here and type in with butterflies. And see what I will find. I pretty much have everything that I need on my computer and over on Remove BG. So make sure that when you are designing, to make your process go a little faster, to use Remove BG, because that is what I use. I also use the removing background tool as well, but when I'm just designing and I want to take the process a little faster, then that is what I will utilize. So I'm not really seeing anything. Let me see what's up here. Let me see butterfly flowers. Let me see really quick what I see. I know what I have in mind, but if I don't see it, then I'm going to have to just come back to it. This is pretty, but it's also watermarked, so I will not be able to utilize that. Let me see, is this one? That one is very tiny. This one here looks like I will be able to use that one. So when you find an image that you feel like that you want to be able to use, I know that my pixels, excuse me, I know that my PX is small. You should want to try to go above 500, but if not, then you might be able to get a good quality up out of it. So I don't know. The only way that I'm really gonna know is just to click on it and see. And so one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to right click it with my mouse and I'm going to open image in a new tab. And let's see, okay, so let me see if I can be able to drop it over here. As you see, I have butterflies already and I was able to, it came out all right. It removed some of the coloring around it, but I'm still gonna test it out and see how it works. Okay, so I'm gonna go right back over here and I'm gonna see what else I see that I can possibly use for this design that I'm going to put together. That's nice as well. I really like this. I don't know how I would place it on there, if it would even work. But I'm still gonna keep on moving forward. This here is nice, but it's kind of small. Let me try opening it up in a new window and see what happens. Okay. See, I see this here. It looks like you can download it from here. But this here is a program that you have to pay for, and so I'm not going to utilize that because I don't really want to be paying for any extra subscriptions right now. Go back here. Let me just scroll on down. There was one more that I seen, but I probably lost it. So let me check and see what's over here with this. And I don't really see too much else. I'm just gonna stroll down and see what else I can see. Okay, not really too much more. This here that I'm gonna design in here is just gonna be a sample, so that way you guys can be able to know how to utilize the template, especially if you want to design from scratch and you have your clients who send you images, and they tell you what it is that they want, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and grab some clouds, but I think I already have clouds. So when I put all my stuff over here, you can go ahead and click download to be able to download your stuff. But I'm going to do this other method that you guys can also utilize, okay? Which is basically just copying and pasting, which also works too. But we're just gonna copy and paste and we're gonna see how our pixel looks. And if it does not look good to me, then I will not use it. But I will in turn go back and download these and see if it still looks the same. Okay. So let me go ahead over here to my grad. Oh, one more thing. I need to take my images and I need to remove the background. So I have all these images up here of myself, and I am just going to select them all by holding Control, and then I'm going to click one at a time. Well, I guess this program won't let you do it, so I'm just going to open up one at a time. Then just keep on going that way. So that's what I am going to keep on doing until I get all my images over here with the background removed. So when I go to do my designing, then I don't have to worry about doing that. It's already done. I think I already have that one. No. So I'll go back and get this one. Add more images. Okay, I think that is all the images I'm going to add for now. Okay, so now that I have all those images, I'm going to go over here. And now, once you're here, if you want an image that you already have, download it, you will want to just click there. Let me come down here to something. And then you would just click on the image, click open, and then you would just drop it and drag it. See how I dragged it? Okay, so that's what you would do. We're gonna put this up here because that was the first thing that I showed you how to bring in, and it's here, and I'm gonna set it right on top, okay? So it sits right on top of our template. So now that you know how to drop and drag that there, I showed you about remove BG. Let me give you a little basic insight. If you don't already know about Affinity Designer, okay? You come up here and you use this file and you click open to open up your file that you need to be able to bring into the Affinity Designer, such as our template like how we did, okay? You got this far, so hopefully you have your template inside now. once you have that, your template is going to come in and it's going to be closed like this, where it's just one file. So you would just click this open. And as you can see here, you have your bleed line, and then you have your actual size of your stole, okay? And same thing here for the left side, and then same thing there also, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead over here and you can right click on it, you can copy the image, you can click back on, you can paste the image, okay? That is one way that you can be able to bring the image in, and you see you pull the corner, you can make it as large as you like, all right? So now the other way that you do is like I showed you in the beginning, okay? Is you would click here at the place image, you will pick your image, and then you will just click open, and then you would just drag it on down like that, okay? And that's how you open up a new image. I'm gonna go ahead and click delete to delete that image because we don't need that image, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna wanna do, yes, I am gonna use this photo, I believe on one side. So I'm just gonna put that over here. Now let me show you what happens now that I have made this image large, right? And my body is not sitting where it needs to be sitting. So what I'm gonna do, since this here is on the left side, I'm going to take my image and I'm gonna just drag it right on down underneath of here where it says bleed line. Okay, not here on the side, because as you can see, we can still see. But we're gonna come right here in the box, okay? When we come in the box, we're just gonna let it go. Now that we let it go, it's right there at the bleed line. And as you can see here, let me zoom this in. You can see we are here at the bleed line, okay? So you can take and you can move this back and forth, okay? So that is how you add your image to your template. Okay, let me zoom back out up here, and this is the navigator that I am using. So I'm just going to switch back over and I'm going to stroll down here. I'm going to see what other images I might have. I have this one. Oops, I did not mean to download it. So you see when I clicked it, I downloaded. So I'm going to go back over. I'm going to click on here, click my image. I'm going to open it up and I'm just going to drag it on in. Now you see me there. Okay, and this image works the same way. It's in the position like I need it because that is where I already had it selected. Now I click on the other image, I can drop the other image down and make it smaller and bring it as so. Click on my other one and then I can bring it over. Okay, so now you see I have both my images. So what we are doing is just basically building and just going from there. All right, so let me go over here and just really grab all my butterflies and stuff that I would like to use so we can get this going. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click download for each one of my butterflies really quick. As you see, I just click on it and it downloads it. So it's downloading everything that I want to download. I already have that one. So that is how you get all your images that you want to utilize. Okay, so now that I have all my images, I'm going to come back over here to my Affinity, and I am going to open up my window. Let me see, I believe I have clouds on this computer here. So let me see for my clouds folder. Now here I have clouds. Let me open up to see what they look like. All right, so I'm gonna grab one of these and I'm just gonna see how it looks. Because remember, we're gonna be using butterflies. Okay, and we want to try to give it some nice effect. So as you see, I added that whole cloud there and I can move it to where it is that I want it. Okay. So now just remember, these are just examples that I'm giving you so that way you can be able to know how to utilize this template and make your design how you want to make your design. So I'm just going to be bringing in different little things and showing you that really quick. So now as you see that I brought the cloud and I moved it down to the bottom, the cloud is behind, right? The cloud is behind. Okay, so I wanted you guys to be able to see that so you can be able to know and understand how to be able to use this template, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and bring that to the top and I'm going to remove it because I don't need it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start fresh. And I'm going to click on these images of myself and remove it. I'm going to click up top here to this top candy and remove it. Okay, so I basically just clicked on it and hit delete. So now I'm going to go ahead and start my designing. And this is where it gets good. Okay, so the first thing that I want to grab is my butterflies. I like this flower here, so I'm going to start off with this flower. And I'm going to pull it here and bring it over. As you can see how that is. And now that I have that, I'm going to come up top and I'm just going to drag it down. And now you can see how it fits in there really nicely. Now I want to put the same design over here on the other one. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to right click, I'm going to select duplicate, and I'm going to simply drag it up to the next bleed line. Okay, now that I have it at that bleed line, you can partially see it over here. I'm just going to take and pull it over like so. Now that I have it pulled over like so, I want to try to make them kind of look the same. So I'm going to click on this one over here and I'm just going to move it up and over. And I might actually see if I can be able um, to flip the direction here. But let me go ahead and grab myself some more butterflies. Let me see, those ones or these ones. I think I'm gonna go with these ones here. I'm gonna do like so. Bring this up. Okay, and now I need to drop it down to where it sits in place, right? So I'm gonna go down to the left side because it's for the left side. And I'm just gonna place it there. Okay, now that I have placed my butterflies, I can just move them where I would like them to sit. I just try to bring this down so that way we can get a whole view. Now I'm going to use these same butterflies, so I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to bring it right on up top to where it says bleed. And I'm going to grab it and I'm going to pull it over. Okay, grab it and pull it over. Just that simple. Okay. So now that I have those up there, what I want to do is click on this butterfly here, and I'm gonna flip it. So now it is flipped, just the same as that one. And I'm gonna come down here. And remember I said I was gonna flip this other one. So I'm gonna flip that and see what that looks like, okay? And I'm liking how that's looking. So I'm gonna click off of that. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna grab my image. Let's see what this one here looks like. Let me just bring these images here in. And as you see, I'm just bring it in. And since I don't have any legs on this one, I might just go ahead and place it behind. So in order to place it behind the flowers, I need to just simply pull it down, okay? I'm just gonna pull it down to the flowers and I'm gonna drop it right behind the flower, okay? Now you can see that I am literally sitting behind the flower, okay? Now this other flower, I want to sit behind me, right? So I'm gonna put that there. So now the flower is behind my head. Now I'm gonna add another image. And so I'm gonna click on this one here. And let me bring this one up. Like so. And as you see, it sits there on top, but I need to bring it behind because I want to see how that's gonna look. Okay. That doesn't look too shabby. So I'm just gonna leave that there right behind, but still sitting in front of the butterflies. And if we want, we can click on the butterflies and we can bring it up higher. Okay. Now, if we want to add another image over here on this side, we can do that here by clicking and grabbing us another image. Just gonna simply open it up. Just gonna open it up. And as you can see, where I already have it sitting on the board, it's right behind. So as you see, I can do like such, and I'm just pretty much stacking myself. Okay. Now that I have done that, I want to put something right here. So I'm going to click on this butterfly and I'm going to bring it up. And then now this is the fun part. Now, you know how you might want some words or something on here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put some words on here. I'm going to click on my A, which is my writing tool. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag this down so I can have a view. And I'm going to say, my God walked with me. That's a capital. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to, first I need to highlight everything. Well, let me move it up first. See, I forgot to click off my writing tool so I can be able to grab my words. Okay, now I'll grab my words. I'm going to go up here to the top and I'm going to put align to center. I'm going to make it just a tad smaller and I'm going to bring it down and I want to change the font. So I'm going to come up top here on the left side above layers and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find me a nice font that I want to use. So let's see what this font is going to look like. And that doesn't look too bad. So now that I have that, let's bring it in closer so we can see what it is that we're working with. Okay. So this one is here. Now, let me tell you what I see, which is this image here in the back, and it's blurry. So the pixels on it wasn't very good, and neither on that one either. So I'm just going to delete that one. And then I'm going to delete this other one here. That's what I mean by when you're using BG remover. And if your image isn't large enough, then you will come out looking pixelated. Okay, and we don't want it being pixelated. So now that I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and move this up. And I have my writing here. I'm going to bring this out more to the edge. Okay. Now, as you can see, doesn't look like it's in there, right? So what we're going to do is come up here to the top where it says your font, and we're just going to pull the font down, okay? We have to go to the right side that we are on. And that should be good there because we want the butterfly behind. And as you can see, it's there where we want it, okay? So now that I have that, I need to go over here and get my image right because that image did not work. So I have a couple more to choose from. I don't think I used this one and remove BG. So what I'm going to do is go over here to remove BG. And that image might not be too great, but I'm going to copy the image and I'm going to bring it in and see how it turns out. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste it here. I'm going to stretch it out. And what do you say? It's not too shabby. So I'm going to click on my other image and I'm just going to delete it. Okay. So now that I have done that, I'm going to zoom in and I like that there. Okay. Now, if you decide that you want to add some font, you can add, some like anything else, then you can go ahead and add it. But let me tell you, this part up here, this part up top up here where I have the butterflies, that part is the neck. Okay, that's the neck of it. So it's going to wrap around and go back. Same thing with this one over here. It's the same way, okay? So keep that in mind when you are creating and how much space you have and how far you are up on the neckline. So now that I have that, we can just go ahead and just be done. Now, when it goes to print these, and you see you have the pink line and you have the black line, well, guess what? The black line is telling you that, hey, this is where my image is. Well, not my image, but this is where my how big my stall is. So with that being said is let me zoom in so you can see. That one's kind of pixelated too, but it's all right. As you can see here, everything is sitting on top of the black, right? But you still have the black there. Now, the only way that you're going to be able to get rid of that black so it doesn't print, you are going to come over here and you're going to click off. Now that you see that you have clicked that off, and I put on there, turn off to print, when you click it off, you now literally have a whole template. Okay, your image is in this place, it's ready to go. Now, another thing that you can do too, if you don't want the bleed on these here, you can click on bleed line, and you see up here where it says stroke, you would just click on it and you would change the color if you like, but most likely you don't need to change color if that's all you're gonna do. So you wanna just click this here, and that takes away the whole pink line, and it leaves you with just the outline of your image for what your image is gonna be for when you go to press it on your product, okay? So I will also show you on the other side. You just click up here, then you click that, and then you're done. And this here is pretty much like literally your whole thing. Okay, now when you go to print it, let me show you. Right now I'm on my laptop and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it anyway, okay? Because my laptop is not connected to my printer at this time. So I'm just gonna click File, and I'm gonna click Print. Okay, you see how I pulled it up? Now, what you wanna do, if you're gonna be printing from Affinity itself, you wanna come down here and where it says single, and you wanna do tile. Okay, now that I have tiled it, and as you can see, this is each one of my sides, right? Literally each one of my sides. So if you want to tile it, what you can do is come right here where it says overlap, and I do 0.005, or you can do 0.50, which will give you about a half lip as far as overlap goes, okay? So that's how that works. And then you'll just print it off. Now, if you want to print it through Adobe, then you can print it through Adobe, okay? You want to just, let me cancel this out. You want to just go over here to File, and then you want to click Export, and then you want to put it to PDF, okay? And then you want PDF for print. And then when you do PDF for print, you will export it. And once you export it, you will go ahead and open it in your Adobe program to tile and tape over there, as I have showed you guys before. Okay, so if you like this tutorial, I appreciate some thumbs up, some feedback. It's highly appreciative. As you can see, I give you lots of information when it comes to designing. The template is easy to use. As you can see, I can put all my colors right back, and we will just move on and go from there, okay? So that's how that works. And I want to go to my colors. So in my little pink bag. Yep. So I do that, and then I will do the same thing on this side. And just go to recent. Okay, now everything is back to how it was, and as you can see there, you have all your lines again. All right, thank you for watching. I hope that this tutorial was very easy for you. Be sure to go over there and grab your template now that you know how to use it. Sign up for our email as well so you can know what is going on over in the Craft Academy. All right. I hope to see you over there. Thank you for watching. Later.